Okay. Hey, how's everyone doing? Welcome back. If you're new here, welcome in. If you're not, welcome back. I don't have anything necessarily special planned for um, the video today, but I do have some stuff to do and some stuff that I need to get done. So yeah, I'm kind of just gonna take you along with me and talk about some key subjects, stuff that I feel is important to me and to should be important to you if you are watching this video. Um, but yeah, I'm happy to have you. Uh, Thank you for clicking on this video and coming and watching my video. Um, but I did want to talk about today's subject. If you're new here, I do a new subject pertaining to bettering yourself, bettering your situation, your life, and also trying to achieve your goals and your dreams and such. And today's goal I want to talk about is maintenance, maintaining. Another kind of way you can go about it is consistency. They aren't the same thing, but later on in the video I will be talking about consistency, and I do want to talk about how that is a part of maintaining. But yeah, I just want to take a second before we do anything else in this video and just talk about that subject, about maintaining one's life. And I feel like it is very important. If you don't really understand what I'm trying to get at with this, is essentially in life there are going to be things that break down. You're at a loss of energy. You're not exactly getting to where you want to, either mentally, physically, this or that. And it's the key to getting out of that zone, right? Is maintaining yourself, taking good care of yourself, so that you can continue to work on those goals and those dreams that you have, but also being consistent with them. I have a good analogy for today's video, because in the next clip you'll see I'm about to go work on my car in a little bit. I have to change out 4 spark plugs and I think 2 coil packs. I'm not going to show too much of that, but I will show a little bit of it. And I kind of want to talk about maintaining in theme with that, because I have to go do some maintenance work on my car and maintain it so that it lasts longer. But also, maintaining yourself is just as important. You have to, maintain and provide maintenance for yourself. Sometimes you need to take time to breathe, relax, recover. Another good analogy is in the gym. You work out, day after day after day after day, but if you keep working out every single day and don't give your body enough time to rest, recover, and provide its own maintenance to itself, then you're just going to tire yourself out and burn out and lose your spark. Same can be said for pretty much anything in life, whether it's mental, physical, spiritually, anything. If you don't maintain and provide maintenance to some of life's difficulties and for yourself, it'll be harder to produce good results, because you are not giving yourself enough maintenance. You are not working on yourself, recovering. You need that time for yourself so that you can go back and do those things. The best thing you can be is consistent. when it comes to your life. And in order to be consistent, you need to have the energy, you need to have the mental clarity, the spirituality enough to go and do those things and be consistent on the things that you need to do in order to progress in life. But you won't be able to be consistent if you do not provide yourself maintenance. Anyways, I didn't mean to go on too much of a rant there in the beginning of the video, but I just wanted to throw that out there, let you think about it a little bit, and then we'll pick that back up later in the video. But for now, I'm gonna go work on my car for a little bit. It's probably gonna take me a little while. Then I'm going to go to the store. I might film my meal preps. If not, I will be filming my the work I did on my car, so that'll be in the next clip. And then yeah, I will see you then. All right. What's up, guys? It's the next day. So a lot happened yesterday when I was working on my car. I only actually filmed I want to say like 1/4 of what I actually did. Obviously I think I did explain it already, but I changed out my spark plugs. I have a Volvo S60 with the T5 engine, so I have 5 cylinders and 5 spark plugs. So I changed out one of them already, but I needed to change out the other 4, which is what I ended up doing in the clip that you saw. But 2 of the coil packs were ruined, which I was hoping wasn't the case. And then just a couple other complications with the computer chips and things like that. All in all, it took me, I want to say 3 or 4 hours to finish up the work on my car, simply because I had to run to the store to like 3 different O'Reilly's to find the right coil packs for my car, because the other 2 stores didn't have them in stock like they said they did online. So yeah, and it was a lot of work, but thankfully I got it done. I finished it. It's running beautifully now, so that's a plus. But yeah, right now I just got ready. I woke up a little bit ago, had my protein pancakes, finished editing my latest video. Then I made sure I got ready and everything, and then now I'm going to go to the store, get a lot of my stuff, and then I'm planning on hanging up my TV right here today, because I got a stud finder, and also hanging up my second monitor up on the wall right there. But for now, I'm gonna go to the store, so see you in the next clip. Hey guys, it's the next day. Won't lie, I did not really have time to film yesterday. I was a little busy. I was going to a couple different stores, was trying to get some stuff situated. I had to hang up my TV yesterday. That took a while. Trying to get some stuff regarding my room done, and then also I had to make my meal preps, and I had to go out and do a couple other things. It was a lot, but I wanted to. I do have work today. I have to leave in about an hour and a half or so. And I'm just sitting here editing. And then I was also watching some videos and on some things. But I wanted to take a second before I go to work today, and just talk about the topic of today's video, which is consistency. I know what you're gonna say. I know, trust me. It's everybody always talks about consistency. It's a oversaturated subject. Everybody always talks about it. It says this and this and that. And honestly, I probably won't bring anything new to this subject of consistency that you probably haven't already heard. But it is important to reiterate said subject because it is a very important subject. And a lot of people underestimate it. Human beings think in a very specific and peculiar way, which is they want to do the work, but they don't want to continue to do the work if it doesn't bring immediate results. Meaning, most people will go to the gym, but they'll only go for 2, 3, maybe 4 weeks, a month or so. Once you break that month point, then, you're on the other side of that, and you are mentally and physically aware that you need to consistently do so. And that applies with work and mindset things, and it can apply to everything, not just the gym, but it's the easiest subject that shows you that. So I'm going to be using that. You need to hardwire your brain to recognize and understand the key of consistency. It's okay to take days. It's okay to, take a break. Nobody's perfect. You don't need to be. But if you think that you can get to where you want to get to in life without having to work for it and be consistent with what you're doing, whether that's school, the gym, skincare, maybe you're starting up a business, your job, anything in life that you're trying to achieve in any sort of way. It could be small, it could be huge. If you're not consistent in trying to achieve those tasks, those goals, then you won't get there. And even if you do get there, you won't stay there if you stop. Consistency is a very important subject. And that's why I wanted to talk about it today. And I'll get further into this later in the vlog too. I'll have a little discussion about this in another nuanced way at the end of the vlog. But this was just kind of me introducing the idea of consistency to you again, because I'm sure you've heard of it before. But you need to be consistent. It's the truth. No matter how you spin it, you need consistency in your life. Anyway, I'll see you in the next clip. I won't be able to film today because I have work, obviously. Maybe I'll film when I get home, but probably not. But either way, I'm sure I will see you tomorrow. Right. I'll see you in the next clip. I just got back from work, and then I went to the gym after work, came home, took a shower. I just got out of the shower and, did my skincare and my hair products and all that stuff. I even got my my little post-workout meal, my vanilla Greek yogurt with honey and frozen fruit. And I also have a little bowl of grapes that's my little post-workout thing. I'm just finishing up some editing here right now. I was actually editing some of this video, like the beginning parts of it, before this clip. Yeah, I just wanted to kind of get on here as I'm, editing some of this and just talk about the theme of today's video, which is consistency and why it's incredibly important to stay consistent. Now, I actually made a reel and a TikTok, like an Instagram reel and a TikTok about consistency, and I posted it today. Kind of to align the theme of this video and my posts, I might start doing that. So if you haven't followed me on Instagram or TikTok or looked at any of my stuff over there, you definitely should. I have a lot more stuff that I just haven't put on this YouTube channel, and vice versa. The reel and TikTok that I posted today, though, over there was about consistency, and it showed a quote that I had seen that I really resonated with. I might be butchering it a little bit, but the quote goes somewhere along the lines of, "The blueprint is believing in yourself. The cheat code is discipline and consistency." I saw that and it really resonated with me. I was like, yes, that's exactly it. Obviously, I don't know if you've seen my last video, but my last video that I made was all about, main character energy and, believing in yourself and really resonating and internalizing that aspect of yourself. And if you want to learn more about that, go watch that previous video. But the whole theme of believing in yourself that's just the first aspect. Like, you can believe in yourself, yes, but if you are not disciplined and consistent about that, you won't make it happen. Motivation can only take you so far, and believing in yourself can only take you so far. They are very crucial and integral to achieving your success, yes, but they're not the end-all be-all of getting what you want, which is achieving said dream or goal. Let's say you are disciplined enough to want to do 100 push-ups a day. You want to do 100 push-ups every single day for the next 3 months. You want to be, you're disciplined, you're determined to do it. You do those 100 push-ups every single day. And you get to the 2.5 month mark, and let's say you sprain your wrist and it's sprained for a few days. And what, do you just call it quits and say, oh, well, I got to 2.5 months. It's close enough. I still did a lot of push-ups. Like, that's, I achieved what I wanted to. But did you? Consistency is a habit that you do every single day, or at least on a schedule that you set up for yourself. Now, understandable, maybe you just can't do the push-ups if you have a sprained wrist. Obviously, you shouldn't, because it could damage your wrist even further and then you couldn't do anything. Well, what's to say you can't do 10 push-ups that day? You're still doing push-ups. It doesn't matter the number or the weight of a rep at the gym, or all this work that you typically do every day, or this or that. Whether it's the most amount of work and effort that you're putting into yourself, your passion, your goal, or even just a little bit, you're still doing something to progress in life. Now, I'm not saying overdo it. I'm not saying, exhaust yourself, run yourself ragged on making sure you get everything you want to achieve on a day-to-day basis done every single day. Like, it's okay to take rest days. It's okay to, you know, breathe, let it out. Don't get exhausted and tired and then injured and lose motivation. But you have to understand that consistency, whether you are on a rest day or just, taking a day for yourself, still do something that helps. Even if it's a little bit, it doesn't have to be much. If you don't do anything to achieve your goal, to help further along your dream, your passion, you will lose sight of it. You will lose the spark, and it'll be harder to actually stay disciplined and consistent. People often say it is harder to start something than to continue it. This is because when you stop doing something, when you stop being productive, you get lazy. And when you get lazy, it is harder to pick something back up, especially if it's something that you know is hard. But if it's something hard that you do consistently, whether it's a day-to-day basis or week-to-week basis, whatever kind of schedule you have of this thing that you do to help further your goal, your success, and your dream, the easier it is, because you do it so often that you get used to it. I'm not saying don't take rest days. I'm not saying don't give yourself time to heal, recover mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, whatever. Obviously that's incredibly important in every facet of anything you do, but make sure that when you take that day off, go and do it the next day or the next week. Don't just stop. If you're going to the gym, don't stop and not go for 3-4 days just because you feel like it, just because you're a little tired. No, recover for a day, maybe 2 if you need it, but get back in there. Anyways, I kind of went on a bit of a rant there. I didn't mean to. I think I am going to end the video here, but it was good to see you guys. I love you guys, genuinely. I don't have a community yet, but I'm very excited to have one. And whether it's just me watching these videos after I make them, or during the editing process, or a whole audience of people watching relating to my content, I'm just happy to be making these videos, truly. These videos, these past few months making these videos and TikTok and Instagram content and this and that, even though I haven't made many of them yet, I'm just so grateful that I'm able to have time to make these and learn this new skill. It just makes me insanely happy, and also kind of proud of myself for actually doing this, something that I've wanted to do for a long time. So whether nobody's watching this part of the video or this video at all, or it's just me, I'm still grateful. But if you are watching this video and you liked it, please consider subscribing and liking it, and following along this journey. I am going to try and get into some more types of content. I really want to start a reaction channel. I need to figure out how to set that up first, but I do want to start that at some point. But yeah, for now, this is going to be the end of the video. I appreciate you. I love you. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.